welcome back to Right After School. I'm your host, Reilly Leconte. We have got a magnificent show for you today, starting off with Kira Sherrier and Casey Good, students of the Early Childhood Care program at Dartmouth High School, as well as some footage from their Russell's Middle Schoolhouse field trip, which was recorded by our very own DHS TV media students. In addition to that, we have a brand new Top 5, and don't miss our very special interview with Dr. Gould. That is it. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Right After School. So for our Spirit Week special, we wanted to kick it off with a bang. So right now we have Dr. Gould, who's here to talk to us today. Hello, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Reilly. Thank you for having me.
So how long have you been the principal at Dartmouth High School?
This is my third year at Dartmouth High School.
Alrighty, I wanted to start it off with something a little bit non-traditional, something you wouldn't really expect with an interview with the principal, but what's one interesting fact about you that no one else in the school really knows?
I think that my, well, some people do know about it, like I collect comic books. And,
I didn't know that.
I'm kind of pretty crazy about collecting comic books. I have like the first appearance of Wolverine.
That is so cool.
I have the original art from books from the 1960s and stuff that I hang on my wall at home. And that's something I'm into, and sometimes some of the students find out, or I mention it to them, and they're wearing like a Batman shirt, and I talk to them. And if they ever come into my office, I show them the original art, and it's a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I love comics, and I had no idea, so learn something new every day.
All right.
What kind of new things can we look forward to in the school? Anything else coming up?
Right now, we're working this week on Spirit Week and then having a rally on Friday. Ms. Xavier's done a wonderful job in Spirit Week, and we are working towards defining the rally, realizing who wants to speak, who doesn't want to speak. Right now, I'm waiting to find out from golf if the coach wants to speak, but Coach White's going to speak. Coach Lassie's going to speak for volleyball, and we're having a number of people speak. We're having Mr. Parati loop images on the wall as the band's playing, as the students walk in. We are also looking at tossing rolled up T-shirts into the crowd as just to kind of give the kids a surprise.
That's cool.
We're going to have maybe 4 skits from the athletes, different teams, and then we're going to have 1 senior skit. And we're working on the timing of it right now, just to figure it all out and script it out.
Last minute scheduling?
Well, just kind of here. We started this last week, and we're just going on the template from last year, but we're kind of just finalizing everything and trying to see and kind of nudge people to do it, or see who's eager and who doesn't want to do it, and just respecting their feelings. We've invited each academic class, meaning the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. But right now, the seniors are the only ones who want to do it, which is okay, but everyone had the option.
Alrighty. So I hear this everywhere. I see it in the lunchroom on the projectors. Hoops with Dr. Gould. What's that all about?
When I was a kid, I used to play a lot of hoops, and I was a little bit more aerodynamic 30 years ago. But my teachers I used to sneak into the gym, and they used to, rather than getting me in trouble, they would, basically come out and play hoops with me. And what I thought was, this is a good way to connect with kids. I did some of it in the past, and right now, and the volleyball team has been very nice about it. Like, hey, just kick us off the court if we're in your way. And they've never said anything, and we're always out of there before they start. So we do go like 20 minutes to 30 minutes playing around with the kids. And also, it was funny, when I first got here and I was doing it 2 years ago, one of the students asked the PE teacher, "What's that guy doing down there with that ball?" And the teacher said, "He's shooting baskets with the kids," because it was such a shock to their system. But it's a good way to relate to them. And we had one incident with a youngster who played hoops with me, and he was upset with me because I asked him to take his hat off. And then a couple days later, He's like, Mr. Gould, we're cool, we're good. It's a way for me to connect and share a part of myself that I care about. Don't get me wrong though. I have a lot of mileage, I'm not as fast as the others, and I have fun playing with them.
That's excellent. It's a really nice way to connect with students, show them like you're one of us, you know?
Yep, thank you.
Love that. So you have a show that's also produced by the Media Lab, Principal Show. Tell us a little bit about that.
That started my first year here, and I've done it every year since. And what I try to do is serve as the ambassador of the school, to share with the community. Like most recently we had Will Higgins on. Before that we had Miss Labossiere and Miss Lemieux, and then Mr. Bro. And Mr. Bro talked about his role as being an alumnus of special ed, an alumnus of Dartmouth High School. He's a special ed teacher. Miss Lemieux and Miss Labossiere talk about Dream Far and how they're mentoring kids through Dream Far, running, a marathon and working up to that. I've actually gone a few times myself. It's a lot of fun. And then Mr. Higgins is just like a oasis of culture, if you will. He just, one of the big things, the hardest questions I asked him is, what's your favorite book? And he seriously pondered the question, I kid you not, for like 5 or 10 minutes before he answered it.
It's a difficult question. It would take me a while to answer that one too.
It's a lot of fun, and it gives you a sense of to invest in your teachers, show them you care. I've also had Mr. Kingsland on, like in previous to this year, Mr. Jeff Karen, and I like to bring on teachers just to show the community what we do. So it's exciting.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so we talked about the pep rally earlier. What are what's some of the preparation that goes into it? Is it like a lot of preparation, not that much, very last minute? Like what can we?
I think I don't think you can plan too far ahead. I think we started planning this last week, and you always touch on it saying, all right, we have to include this on the calendar, we have to have preparation. I give a lot of credit to the students though. This is student driven. Meg Sebastia came to me and said, I'd like to kind of work with the senior class on this. Obviously, I met with the advisors last week, and we're doing that, but we're also doing a can drive, which Miss McPhee is helping with. The NHS, with Miss Matson, is doing a book drive for charity. Also, each class is asked to do their bulletin boards to represent the school, and that'll be judged by the cafeteria workers. And then what we want to do is have a skit for the seniors, and then for any of the teams who want to participate. We have 4 teams that are going to participate in a skit, so there'll be a lot going on there. And we just segment out the time and plan it. And basically we have a script, and like if a team makes the state championship, like football has in the past, and if any team reaches that type of benchmark, that's something we would consider if time allots.
That's excellent. Okay. So what are some kind of traditions that we've helped to keep throughout the years with the pep rallies?
I think this idea of inclusiveness, I think this idea of the question we've wrestled with, is this just about sports, or is it about other forms of recognition as well? And I think that an example of letting the seniors do a skit and inviting the other classes to do a skit shows that option's there, and we just have to manage it. And the sports teams can participate as well, and pep rallies have been traditionally for sports, but we're kind of expanding that, and we have a hybrid version of it.
Celebrating all the students, all activities, it's very inclusive, something that everybody can look forward to. That's what I love about the pep rallies.
Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you so much for coming. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back
after
these messages.
Incredible.
Alrighty, we will be right back with Casey and Kira talking about their Russell Mills Schoolhouse field trip. Right now, take a look at some of the footage from that day. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Connor. This is
Lisa Aruda, grade 3, Quinn Elementary.
Oh, Mrs. Aruda. How do you prepare your students for this day?
In the past, Mrs. Verona and myself, she's also a grade 3 teacher at Quinn, in conjunction with DCTV and Dartmouth High School students, created 2 videos that explain the importance of landmarks in Dartmouth. There were historians on the DVDs. The students get to watch it before they visit these landmarks.
Welcome back to Right After School. That was some amazing footage of the field trip. I felt like I was really there. It got me very interested in the program. So, can you describe the 4 learning centers? How were they historically significant?
Yes, all right. The first one was classroom. So you go upstairs and all the kids are just sitting in the little desk, and they learn about their horn book, which is like a paddle with words on it. They learn some spelling and some arithmetic, which is math, and fun stuff like that. And then there's games where you go outside and you play games like races, like that.
And hoop roll.
Yep.
Love that
and
game.
sack races.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Some sack races and
Jacob's ladder.
Jacob's ladder. All right, and then spinning, you use like some crazy tools called a spindle to literally spin wool. And that's pretty cool. They like that one. And penmanship, personally my favorite. You write with ink. It's a lot of fun.
So you said your favorite was penmanship. What was your favorite center to do?
Penmanship was fun too, because the children really liked learning how to use the ink.
So do you think it was difficult to stay in character and follow the script that you had?
I don't think it was too difficult because we practiced a lot, so that made it easier.
Alrighty, so why was this field trip only offered to 3rd graders and not to like 4th graders, 5th graders, any other type of students?
In class, in 3rd grade, they learn about historical landmarks, and the Russell's Mills Schoolhouse is one of the landmarks.
So all 3rd graders learned about their local landmarks. So about how many classes will you guys be teaching?
Well, we'll be teaching every 3rd grade class.
Every 3rd grade class?
Yes.
That is amazing. I wish I had that experience when I was in 3rd grade. How will you use this class and this experience to further your journey into the early childhood care profession?
It was really great working with all the kids, like seeing how they behaved and stuff. They're well behaved. And just getting some experience working with them.
Alrighty, lastly, what is one piece of advice you have to give to the students that aspire to be in the early childhood care profession, or even the program here at Dartmouth High School?
Well, if you want to be in the early child care profession, I would suggest taking this class because it will really let you know if you enjoy working with the children, or if you don't, then you know that you shouldn't continue in the early child care program.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it here. Alrighty, we will be right back to Right After School after these messages. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Right After School. Special thanks to Dr. Gould, Kira Sherrier, and Casey Good for being on this week's episode. Even though there was no student spotlight, if you would still like to be on, make sure you contact me at my school email. The link is down below. In addition to that, head on down to the Media Club's YouTube channel. There are shows on there like Right After School, The Tribe, and Dr. Gould's Principal Show. Alrighty, that is it. This is Reilly Leconte signing off with Right After School. Bye!
According to AAA, between 4,000 and 8,000 crashes related to distracted driving occur every day in the United States. One of the main reasons is texting while driving. That's why nearly 30 states and DC now ban text messaging by all drivers. Many teens, like me, don't know how dangerous texting while driving is. Don't let this happen to you. One text could be the difference between life and death.